What's going on, guys? Today we're going to find out how long it takes a team of NHL rookies to win the Stanley Cup. If you guys don't know, this year's rookie class is kind of stacked. Just kind of look at the scoring leaders here. Of course, you got generational talent Connor Bedard. Brock Faber's an elite defenseman. Rossi's actually come on the scene, been very good. Sam Voronkov. Zary, Luke Hughes, of course, one of the Hughes brothers. You know he's going to be good. Fantilli, Cooley, both very solid. Obviously, even more names not shown there. Honestly, this team is absolutely stacked, as you guys are about to see. So, starting off here, guys, I put the team in the Central Division. Main reason being their team name's the Central Rookies. I figured it fit. 85 overall there. Does make them, I think, the second lowest rated team. Only the Blackhawks there below them. But, of course, all the players on the team have a ton of potential. So, by year one, we could probably be one of the high-rated teams in the division. Also, too, guys, for this time, I actually had to turn the salary cap off. This team is going to be so far their salary cap with all these guys jumping up in rating. Now, next year, guys, I'll show what the team is looking like. As I mentioned, they're stacked. Probably not winning the Stanley Cup in the first year, but by like year 3 or 4, probably going to be the best team in the league. First line there, you got Leo Carlsson, Connor Bedard, Adam Fantilli. So just the 1, 2, and 3 picks in the 2023 draft. You also should end up with perfect chemistry because you got power forward, sniper, and playmaker. Second line, you got Cooley, Rossi, Nyes. Third there is Brink, Patra, Greg. Fourth is Voronkov, Zary, Evangelista. So again, absolutely stacked for the forward group. Defensively, I think it's actually better. We got Mintyukov, Faber on the top pair, Nemets and Hughes on the second for the two Devils defensemen, and then Korchinski, Jaracek on the bottom pair. Every single one of these defensemen has medium potential, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then look at the goaltenders here. You got Kochkov starting, Dostal backing him up. In the AHL, I've actually got a couple extra goalies. We got Urson there and Levi. Basically, Levi's got elite potential. I think Urson started more games than any other rookie goalie, so had to include them. We'll see how they grow. Also got Ty Carty there along with Tyson Forster. Again, they have a chance to make this team. I think in juniors right now as well, we got Zach Benson. And speaking of potential, guys, look at this. You got Bedard there with franchise, Fantilli, Carlson, high elite, and then I think like half the team, maybe over half the team is medium elite. The rest are all medium top 6. Showed you guys the goalies. So this team, like I said, by year 3 or 4 is going to be the best, especially with the salary cap off. Make sure we can actually, keep the team together. If you're curious, of course, had to give Bedard the C. I've also got Fantilli there, along with Faber wearing A's. And now in regards to our ratings here, you guys can see we've got 90 offense, 84 defense, 83 goaltending. Obviously, just going to keep getting better and better. If you're curious, too, we just got the R there for the rookie team. Didn't do anything crazy at all for the jersey, so let's see how this team does. And now before we start simulating, guys, let me know in the comments section how many seasons you think it'll take for this team to win a Stanley Cup. I'm thinking we'll do it within the first 5 years. Like, the team is just that stacked. Also, too, while you're down there, leave a like on this video. It really helps me out. Alright, guys, so I just simmed through the first season. Unfortunately, you're going to have some trouble here with Chicago in our division as they're picking first overall again. Going to have Malcolm Celebrini playing with Connor Bedard. I'm not going to lie, I feel like Chicago picks first so often. The Devils there actually won the Stanley Cup. Not sure how they pulled that one off, looking at how they've been playing in real life. I think definitely Team Fire Lindy. Bedard there, now 92 overall after year 1. You guys can see he had 81 points. Take a look at the rest of these rookies. So a pretty big fall off after him. Marco Rossi, actually, 61 was the next best. He was playing second line. Carlson, though, playing with Bedard at 60. Fantilli, 58. Pretty bad plus minus. Matthew Nyes, 48. Defensively, Faber was our best guy. Only had 26 points. I think he's already got more than that in the regular season this year. He got like 30-something. Luke Hughes as well, 25. Up in rating, though, like, I think the whole team is going to be up in rating, by the start of next season. Goaltenders, Kochkov, over 900, 3.2. He's now an 85. I think that's, sign of good things to come. AHL-wise, Urson has a 916. He could jump in rating. Levi as well with that potential. And if it wasn't obvious, guys, we did not make the playoffs. We actually finished second last in the division there, 77 points. But we weren't, like, terrible. Fifth last in the NHL. Tampa Bay somehow did terrible. Same with the Winnipeg Jets. Montreal there getting last. And now looking at the awards, the Leafs actually got the President's Trophy. Kaprizov, Art Ross, Draisaitl, Hart. I'm basically curious to see with the team of rookies. Bedard on the Blackhawks got the call. They're not our Bedard. So we literally had, 20 guys who could have won this trophy. And still, the real Bedard wins it. That's crazy. I doubt we're going to get any here. Yeah, we did not. But hopefully we can at least win some awards here on the road to our first Stanley Cup. Alright, guys, we're at the start of year 2, and obviously this team has had a ton of growth. Leo Carlson still playing on the first line with Bedard, who's now at 92. But I've also got Rossi on the first line now. He's up to an 88, gained a couple X factors. You got Logan Cooley, Fantilli, and Benson on the second line. So Benson went from playing in junior to playing second line on this team. And I mean, he grew to 85, so it makes sense. Take a look here. He got 120 points playing in the WHL. So yeah, I guess he had a pretty good year. Time to make the NHL. Matthew Nyes on the third line now with Greg and Evangelista. We got Brink, Voronkov, and Forster on the fourth line. Defensively, it's pretty similar. I got Hughes on the top pair, though, with Faber now. Nemets and Korchinski, Mintyukov and Jaracek. Goaltending, Kochekov's our starter. Urson's actually backing him up. He grew to 84, which I'm kind of surprised by, as he was the AHL starter last year. And then you got Levi now as the AHL starter. Dostal backing him up. I think Dostal grew the least there, only going up by 1. And on the AHL team, you got Zary, Patra, Carty. So again, if any of them randomly grow, they could, push an NHL team, especially too. Maybe they'd be a better fit on the fourth line than, say, a guy like Forster or Brink or more snipers, but we'll see what happens. And so rather than year 2 here, guys, the record of 39, 32, and 11, which is good enough for a playoff spot. We actually got the first wild card there in the West, 89 points. And I got to show you guys something. I need some NHL historians to let me know if this has ever happened in the history of the league. But right here, starting with the Montreal Canadiens game, we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the Bruins, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in a row. A few of them were like OT or shootout losses, but still 13 straight losses and still made the playoffs. I don't know if that's ever happened before. I feel like that'd be pretty tough to come back from. We were actually like doing a lot better clearly than fell from like, first or second to a wild card spot. So luckily we had that cushion. But anyways, we'll see if we can maybe make up for that. We got the Vancouver Canucks here in the first round. We actually lost the first game in OT, won the second, lost the third. See if we can tie it up here. We do not. So good chance going home in round 1. And yeah, the Canucks sent us back in there in 6 games, but still a major improvement after the first year where we were a bottom 5 team. Now we're a playoff team, so I think this team is just going to keep getting better and better. And now before I show you guys the awards, I'll first show you how everyone did this season. Bedard's now 93 overall. He put up 91 points, so I think he'll definitely hit at least 95. Benson there, second best player on the team after being in juniors last season. He's got 4 X Factors now. He's an 89 overall. That's crazy. He was playing second line. Rossi, 77. Carlson 55 playing with Bedard. I don't get that. He should be, putting up more than I think. Cooley 50, Fantilli 43. Again, I think some of these guys definitely are performing, and it's not even based on ice time. Like, they're playing top 6, and I think they should be doing better. Goaltending here, Kochikov at a 900 rate on. Urson actually a little bit better, but he was the backup. AHL-wise, Levi 918. He's now an 83, so he'll probably be the backup next season, I think. Dostal there below 900. We don't want to see. And now in terms of the awards, guys, we actually lost the eventual Stanley Cup winner there in the Canucks. The Red Wings won the President's Trophy. Larkin, Art Ross, I wish. Also the Hart. Carlson, another James Norris. Lady Bang goes to Patty Kane. How about that goal he had last night? OT winner against his old team. The Showtime Stelly was so sick. Quinn Hughes there with the Conn Smythe. Probably no awards for us. And yeah, we didn't get anything. Probably deserved to win the Jack Adams, but that's alright. Alright guys, for the start of year 3, as you can see, Zach Benson's now 90 overall. I think he's grown more than any other player, as Bedard started out at 86. He's only gone up by 7. Benson here has gone up by 12, I want to say. Rossi as well, now at 89, so they're getting plus 5 chem on that first line. Carlson, Fantilli, and Cooley's our second line, which I think is kind of nasty. Evangelista, Voronkov, Greg on the third. We got Nyes, Patra, and Brink on the fourth. Defensively here, Korchinski's now in the top pair with Faber, who's actually got the shutdown X Factor, the first defenseman to get one. Nemets and Hughes on the second, so again, reuniting the Devils guys. Mintikov, Jaracek, bottom pair. Goalies here, Kochikov still starting, now 87 overall, which I think should be good enough to win a cup if you have an 87 starting goalie. Levi, as I mentioned, is now the backup. You actually got Urson here, though, who's actually tied Levi and Rainey at 84. Thing is, Levi's got that melee potential, so I think him being in the NHL should help him out a bit more. Dostal there, still the AHL backup. Then first line AHL, we got Carty, Zary, Forster. Looking like those might be the 3/4 on the outside looking in, but still, there's some time left for different guys to grow. All right, guys, so in year 3, we're back in the playoffs. We actually won the Central Division there with 100 points. We'll see who we play here in the first round. We got the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, so I think we should be able to beat the Ducks. Kind of funny, we actually have a couple Ducks players, of course, in Carlson and Mintikov, Dostal as well in the AHL. And we sweep the Ducks. Okay, so a good start there. So every single year we've gotten better. We finished bottom 5 in the league first year, made the playoffs second year, first round exit though to the Canucks. In the third year, we're already on to the second round. And we got the Avalanche here, who I think are still going to be a pretty good team. And we are down 3-1, so we got to have a big comeback here. And unfortunately, we do not make it happen. So, again, we're still getting better every single year. Second round exit, I'll take that. And in the regular season, guys, Zach Benson was actually our leading scorer. 89 points. He's got the skilled up zone ability now. So, he must have scored a Michigan or 2 this season. That's pretty sick. You got Bedard behind him with only 76. Bedard's actually dropped in rating to a 91. I don't know how that happens. Carlson there, 68. Cooley, 65. Fantilli put up 50. I feel like these guys got to start scoring more. I'm not sure what the issue is. Maybe just too many good players. Korchinski, though, couple X factors. Most of the team actually was a dash player. Like, I guess we're just getting most of our points on the power play because, yeah, not ideal. And even then, looking at our power play, it's basically all Connor Bedard. Him, Benson, Carlson, Cooley, pretty much doing all of that production. Kochikov here, still pretty solid, 907. A few X factors for him. Should keep his 87 overall rating. Levi there had a 903. I'm not sure if he'll jump or not. Urson, really good numbers in the AHL. He might go up in rating. And in terms of the awards, guys, you got the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup, Hurricanes President's Trophy, Gaudreau Art Ross Trophy, and the Hart. So, pretty big comeback season for him. Berkeley Catton there got the collar with the Jets. Curious to see if we got any awards. We still actually haven't, gotten a single one yet. And it turns out we're still looking for one. All right, guys, around the start of year 4, I decided to switch things up a bit. We got Benson still first line left wing. He's actually the highest rated player on the team at 92 overall. Logan Cooley's now our 1C, and Bedard I moved to the right wing. Kind of surprised Logan Cooley's 89 overall has not gained a single X factor. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get that high rated, especially at 22 years old, and not gain any. Second line there, you got Leo Carlson with Rossi, Fantilli. The reason I'm doing the top 6 this way is because it maximizes our chemistry. +5 on the second, +4 on the first. Evangelista playing with Patra, Greg on the third line. We got Knies, Veronka, and Forster there on the fourth. So Forster getting the call up. Bobby Brinks down the AHL. Korchinski there with the Mets on the top pair. Faber, Hughes, Mintyukov, Jarechek. Goalies there, still Kochikov, Levi. Now, Urson's up to an 85, so like we definitely have goalie options if somebody falls off. Cardi, Zary, Brink. First line, the AHL again. Zary could get the call up because he is a two-way forward, but still only 81. All right, guys, so it's now the end of year 4, and as you can see, the team popped off this season. We hit 60 wins. 60, 22, and 2 was our final record. 122 points was good enough for the President's Trophy. So let's see if they can actually go on a run here, win the Stanley Cup. Pretty tough first round matchup. Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers, but we'll see what happens here. We win the first game, lose the second, win the third, and the fourth. Okay, so we're actually looking pretty good. And okay, we actually beat the Oilers there in 5. And our second round matchup here is with the Dallas Stars, who actually swept their first series. And to Dallas, we lose the first 2. Luckily, though, we can actually tie it up. Game 5 here is another loss, so have to win the next 2 straight. And we do it. Oh, wow. Canucks here in the conference final. We actually have a chance for some revenge after they knocked us out first round the first time we were in the playoffs. Of course, they want to win the Stanley Cup. I think beat us there. First 2 games at home, next 2 games in Vancouver. And the Canucks sweep us in the conference final. Okay, so I mean, again, team continues to get better. We literally went, didn't make the playoffs. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Hopefully next year is the Stanley Cup final. It does kind of suck we got swept, but at least, every year we're getting better. And look at this guy. Zach Benson was again our leading scorer, 107 points. Connor Bedard, though, had a really solid season too, 102. Like, cannot complain. Yeah, back to a 93. He'll probably be 94, 95 starting next year. Behind them, you have Leo Carlson with 92. That's definitely going to help his growth. Logan Cooley, 85. Play on that first line. I guess it worked. And you can see he's actually got some X factors now. Marco Rossi, 75. Korchinski, 71. All right, that's what we needed. Some defensemen to actually step up. Fantilli there closing in on 60. I think he just got a bunch of X factors too. The Mets there at 50 is also solid. Even really Greg pushing 50 points. So yeah, overall, very happy with this team this year. Goalies here. Kochikov had 50 wins. 908 save percentage. So yeah, cannot complain. Urson still looks really good in the AHL. And actually, so does Dostley. He had a 9.3 save percentage. And look at this, guys. The Canucks again win the Stanley Cup. So each time they beat us in the playoffs, they're going to win the Stanley Cup. I guess we're going to have to get by them eventually. Of course, our first President's Trophy. Connor Bedard there with the Art Ross Trophy. Unfortunately, it was not our Bedard. It was the real Bedard with the Blackhawks. Nylander, though, got the Hart Trophy. Okay, Zach Benson, Lady Bing. So our first award's Lady Bing. We'll take that. Do we get the Jack Adams? Come on. I mean, we just won the President's Trophy. Still can't get it. Robert Thomas with his Selke. And yeah, all right. So first award there, Lady Bing with Benson. Bedard still has nothing. Let's see what year 5 holds. All right, guys, it's not starting year 5. Since the first line worked so well last season, I'm going to keep it together. Benson on the left wing, Cooley in the middle, Bedard on the right wing. You can see all of them have gone up in rating. Carlson, Fantilli, Rossi still our second line, but then I'll get +5 chem. As well, too, I think I moved Fantilli to the middle. Third line there, you got Greg, Patra, Evangelista, Brink, Veronkov, Knies on the fourth line. Defensively there, I think it's the exact same again. I'm trying to basically replicate what we did last season since we got 60 wins, so clearly it worked. AHL, goalies, no change. First line there. Zary's down 82, so maybe he could come up, but that's probably it. And we just finished the season, guys, record of 45, 31, and 6. So, I mean, 15 less wins than the year before, even though our guys went up in rating, is definitely a little bit strange. Just kind of shows you, how fluky the sim can be. Still, though, finished second place in the division, so cannot be too upset. In the first round of playoffs, you actually have the Arizona Coyotes. I think this is the first time we've played them. So, I feel like we got good odds. We just beat them in the last game of the year, 3-1. Go on to beat them there in the game 1, 2, and 3. Game 4, possible sweep. And we get it done in OT. All right, so moving on to round 2. Like I said, this team every single year so far has been getting better. For that to continue, we actually have to make the Stanley Cup final, though, this season, which obviously is going to be a tough challenge. And speaking of tough challenges, guys, we got the Avalanche here, led by McKinnon, Makar. They beat us in the first. We actually won the next 2 games. Okay, so all tied up here. Game 5's pivotal. And we win it. Just have to win one of these next 2. Wow, okay, so there we go. On to the conference final. Vancouver Canucks. We have to beat them. I think if we beat them, we win the Stanley Cup. If we lose, they're going to win the Stanley Cup. First 2 games here in Vancouver. Always love a first game win. They tie it up. We're head home now to Central Arena, wherever that is. 1-1. So very close series. Game 5, another win. Just have to win one of the next 2. Are you kidding me? All comes down to this. Game 7. The Canucks just have our number in this sim. That's unreal. I can't believe this, guys. The Canucks win the Stanley Cup. Every time they take us out, they win the cup. And if they don't play us, they don't win it. That's incredible. And it was a low scoring year for us, guys, which kind of makes sense with the 45 wins. Benson there only had 82 points. After him, Bedard 78. So yeah, he's dropped in rating. I don't know why like last year was so much better when it was literally the same lines basically. Cooley, Fantilli, Carlson, Rossi all in the 60s. Korchinski 50. Shock and awe. I don't really see that on defensemen too often. Same with Third Eye. Even honestly 1T as well. So yeah, this year, I don't know, not our greatest year. Still made it to round 2 of the playoffs. Goaltending here, Kochetkov, I don't think he's ever given us less than 900 save percentage, so definitely can't be too upset. AHL goalies still doing well. Also, too, guys, look at the awards here. This is crazy. The Canucks have won 3 of 4 Stanley Cups. Like, are you kidding me? Individually here, Matthews got the Art Ross Trophy. Draisaitl, though, with the Hart. Just trying to see if we maybe got anything. Rubric there, Calder with LA is kind of cool. Sorokin, big year. Giroux now on the Kings. And yeah, so no awards for us, unfortunately. Alright, guys, for another start of year 6. Top 6, I'm keeping the same. You can see Benson, Cooley, Bedard, Fantilli, Rossi, Carlson, trying to recreate the success we had a couple years ago, getting 60 wins. Third line's now Greg, Patra, Brink. So he went from AHL a couple years ago to third line, not bad. Forster as well as on AHL team. Same as Zary getting his debut, and Matthew Nyes. Defensively, mixed it up a bit. We got Mintikov there on the top pair with Korchinski, Jarechek, Hughes, Faber, and Nemeth. So Faber here, we're trying on the bottom pair after having him top pair for like the whole time. Goaltending is pretty much the same. Of course, AHL goalies have not changed. You can see Cardy's still in the AHL. He's never saw NHL action. And now Veronkov and Evangelista for the first time are both in the AHL. So we'll see if the changes made to this team can actually win a Stanley Cup. In the year 6, guys, we have a record here 51, 25, and 6. No 60 wins. At least we hit the 50 win mark. Also, they had 108 points, second in the division. So, you know, pretty much average for this team. Now that they're making the playoffs every single season. We got the Jets here in the first round. I feel like the team we should be able to beat because of home ice advantage here. So first 2 games, as a win and a loss, we'll take that. Next 2 games here against the Jets, a couple wins. All right, so hopefully just don't get... Okay, yeah, so we beat them in 5. Next round, looks like it could be the Canucks again. Oh, no, it's the Dallas Stars. The Canucks are playing the Oilers. Let's see if we can have, you know, a final chance at redemption. The Stars, though, we're tied with 1-1. Beat them in the second game there in OT. Again in OT, another win. So just have to win one of these next 3 games. They're forcing us to game 6. Stars are forcing us to game 7. Can we clutch up? No. Wow. 3-1 series lead on the Stars, and then they beat us 3 straight. That's tough. And in terms of scoring for this team, guys, another down year. Carlson was actually leading scorer, playing second line. He put up 78 points. Interesting. Cooley 77. Bedard at 66? What happened? How is that even possible? He was like a 93 to start the year. Like, such strange numbers we're getting from him. Honestly, just the team as a whole is simming so strangely. Maybe it's because they just are too stacked. I don't really get it, but very interesting. Bobby Brink had a 50-point year. He's an 85 now, so that's good to see. Take a look at the goaltenders. Kochetkov gave us 900, but just barely. So, you know, he's still doing it for us. Levi 926 has not grown past 85. He was never above a backup, so never really got the stats to do it, I guess. Also, I wanted to show you guys playoff tree here. So we got knocked out second round, and then so did the Canucks. It's like they knew they couldn't beat us in the conference finals, so they said, what's even the point? Looking at the awards here, Kane Stanley Cup, Leafs President's Trophy, Brady Tkachuk Art Ross Trophy, and the Hart. I don't think I've honestly ever seen that before, but good for Brady. Take a look. JVR Jack. Okay, I was like, what did JVR win? But apparently he's the coach now of the Vegas Golden Knights. That's pretty cool. Elijah Lindholm on the Bruins got the Selke, all right. And Matthews, 3 straight Maurice Richards. All right, guys, it's now start of year 7. First line there, no change. Second line, I think, only move is Carlson's down the middle. Rossi on the wing. Third line there, you got Brink, who's an 85. Fourth's now Evangelista, Veronkov, and Nyes. Defensively here, Korchinski and Hughes. We're going top heavy, +5 chem. The more offensive guys. Mintikov and Mets on the second pair with Faber, Jarechek on the bottom, get a -3. Faber's actually dropped in rating to 84, wasn't 86. I guess we should expect that when he's not really producing. Goaltending, Kochetkov there, still 87. I've actually called up Urson just to mix it up, give him a chance at the backup role. Levi, of course, will be starting the AHL. We get Cardi, Zary, and Foster there as well. Maybe this year will be lucky number 7. All right, guys, we had a pretty solid 7th season here. 54, 24, and 4. Put us second place in the division with 112 points. The Stars actually got first with 118. We'll see who we play here in round 1. We actually got the Avalanche, so pretty tough tests here early, but we beat them before, so I feel like we definitely can't beat them again. And first 2 games are both wins. All right, so we take that. Game 3, Game 4, a loss and a win. Just have to win one of these next 3 games, which easier said than done. And we actually are able to win that in 5. Moving on to round 2 here, we got the Dallas Stars. So they, of course, got first place in the division. It sucks we got to play them in the second round, but it is what it is. First game, there's a win. Second game's a loss, and it was an OT, so not too bad. Another win, 2 wins, actually. So, again, same spot. One of the next 3 we have to win, and there we go. I think Dallas knocked us out, 3 games straight a couple years ago. And we got the Oilers here. No Canucks, thankfully. All right, so Connor McDavid with the Oilers. We win the first game in OT. Game 2 is a win. Game 3 is a win. The team is rolling. Game 4 is a loss. No sweep. McDavid said no. Game 5. Game 6 we win. And we got the Maple Leafs here in the Stanley Cup final. Alright, so we actually had the home ice advantage first couple of games here. Our loss and a win. We actually won Game 2 in OT. Very close. Next 2 games in Toronto. Another loss and a win. Alright, tied 2-2. So here you go, guys. Pivotal Game 5. Need to win this one. It's an OT loss. Alright, got to win the next 2 straight here. Win the Stanley Cup. Game 6 is a win, 2-1. We have a chance. Game 7 at home. Can the rookie team finally get this done? First period here. 2-2. All right, Bobby Brink, Logan Cooley, LaPierre on the Leafs now, staying with Krislik, make it a tie. Game 5-4. A lot of scoring. Bertuzzi's still there. Josh Doan signed. They love all the Arizona guys. Marner, Bedard, Carlson for us. I mean, we got a period left. Matthew Joseph makes it 6-4. Zach Benson pulls within 1. A lot of scoring early. Bobby Brink ties it up. Okay. We're actually getting double Connor Bedard 7-6. I was going to say they're almost doubling our shots. 40 now, 23. 7-6. 3 straight. Zach Benson again. Is that a hattie for Zach Benson? I don't think so. No, it's not. But he's got a couple of goals. Maybe can add an empty netter here. 3 minutes to go. Wow. 50 seconds left. The rookie team somehow found a way. Let's take a look at our ratings. Haven't seen them since the start. 100 offense, 93 defense, 88 goaltending. It's a pretty stacked team. Compared to the Leafs guys, we got 1 higher offense, 3 higher defense. I think 6 better goaltending. We're at the rookie arena right now. I'm not even sure where that would be. Looks like the top line's out there. Benson, Cooley, Bedard. And Hughes just getting double teamed by Matthews and Nylander early. 30 seconds left. Korchinski. Come on. Bedard's on it now. To Benson, who misses the empty netter. Nylander with the puck. Who is that watching him? Number 6, I think. Ooh, wow. Nice poke check there from Kochetkov. Marner on it. Another nice save. 8 seconds left. He's just going to get the whistle. We're 7 seconds away, I should say, from the Stanley Cup. I just saw, guys, number 6 was Korchinski, who was not playing great defense. Morgan Riley there. Laid out Zach Benson. We have blue nets. That's actually kind of sick. I didn't even realize I did that when I created the team. Looks like we're playing the East Coast League. Fantilli here. Little moves. He's trying to get an empty... He gets an empty netter with 1 second left. Morgan Riley's coming for the cross-check after that one. 100%. All right, guys. So here we go. Rookie team. Finally, Stanley Cup champs. Took us 7 years. Lucky number 7. Ended up prevailing for us. I think, we probably should have won it that one year we had the 60 wins. I think, was that the year we lost to Dallas 3 times in a row? Definitely got screwed in the playoffs, but finally this team gets it done. Again, very surprised to see kind of how some of the players went up in rating, dropped in rating. Bedard, I think was as high as a 94, I want to say, then dropped as low as a 91. Really no defenseman emerged as a true number 1, none of them got to 90 plus. So I think it kind of shows you what happens with the sim when you have too many good players. Kochetkov, wow, Conn Smythe, he had below a 2 goal against and a .938 save percentage on a team, as stacked as this one, all those stud players. For him to get the Conn Smythe, very impressive. And next year, guys, you got Connor Bedard, the captain of this team, coming out to lift the Stanley Cup. Very curious to see how long it's going to take him to do this in real life with the Blackhawks team. I'm thinking probably 10 years out. They got a lot of work to do, but there you have it. Bedard and the rookie team get the Stanley Cup. I'm not going to lie, it took them longer than I thought. I really thought, within the first 5 years they would have got it done. The team was just so stacked. Of course, now you got the famous Stanley Cup team pick. Connor Bedard right there in the middle. I think is that Faber next to him. Fantilli somewhere in the back. So 7 years for the rookie team to win the Stanley Cup. And actually, guys, one last thing here. We got to look at the stats and the awards for the final season. So Connor Bedard there put up 92 points, 82 games in the final year. Still only a 91. That's honestly probably the lowest I've seen him rated at 24 ever. So again, very interesting. Cooley there, though, high 80. Same with Benson, that first line getting it done. Fantilli, Rossi, Carlson, all 50 plus. Evangelista was close after, playing the AHL a bit. Kochetkov, another great season, 914 save percentage. Again, he was a very good goalie for us. Now, looking at the awards here, we, of course, finally got that Stanley Cup. Let's see if we got any individual awards apart from the Conn Smythe. You can see Kochetkov there with it. No Vezina, which is honestly kind of surprising because, he had 50 wins the one year. Was always, putting up pretty good save percentage. And let's see. Yeah, so only the Conn Smythe Trophy. Not a single award for Connor Bedard in the entire 7-year stint, which is very surprising. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.